collard greens, chard. Then there's your other cruciferous broccolis, Brussels sprouts, cauliflowers, artichokes, asparagus, and here's a good one, potatoes.
Don't eat the potatoes.
You have red potatoes, sweet potatoes, purple potatoes. You have russets, yellow potatoes, any of those potatoes. The key is not to put butter
Yeah.
on them and sour cream and all that other stuff.
Yeah. I mean, people try to hate on potatoes because they're carbs, but they're carbs with fiber and carbs with a lot of minerals, and they make you full and give you a lot of good nutrients.
Yes, to make you feel satiated.
Yeah. So don't hate on that whatsoever. That's day number 2. Day number 3 is now we're going to start working on our habits, which we're going to sustain from day 4, day 5, day 6. We're going to start to make this a real, true lifestyle. And one of the things you got to do that because you have your mindset, you know you're going to go through all this stress and you're going to start craving sugar. So we got to figure out how can we manage these cravings. We don't want to go back and take that hit in a sense. We want to make sure we eat when we're hungry, but also drink a lot of water.
And that is key. When you drink water, it will, in a weird way, it fills you a little.
It does.
Right? But it flushes things out of you so your body could get that process going. Moving.
Yes, totally. Another big thing is you're going to be involved in social situations, whether it's work lunches, going out on Friday nights, going to the movies, going to a party, the weddings, whatever it may be. Just meet up with friends over coffee. You're going to have these social situations in which you're going to have to learn how to manage as well. So what are some hot tips to help manage those situations?
I say eat before you go. So this way, when you're there, you don't have to eat. You're not going to feel fully hungry, and you can order something very small, like a side salad, right? And you can pick at that. Or if you're going somewhere to a friend's house, you bring something and that you can partake of and you can share with others. And avoid the snack plate, right? Run in for that. As you say, run in for the snack.
Run away from that. Completely run away from that. So those 3 days are the blueprint for your long-term success. And so what can you do to get started right away? And the biggest thing you can do is learn how to read ingredient lists because sugars are often listed under multiple names, right?
Correct.
So learn how to read that ingredient label. So what are some of the names of sugars, like some common names or common terms, what have you?
High fructose corn syrup. Everybody's heard of that one. Evaporated cane juice, rice syrup, coconut sugar, agave nectar.
That sounds healthy, though.
These are more on the healthier side. I mean, it's sugar, but it's a little bit on the healthier side versus the other stuff.
Yeah, like the more the scientific names, like you hear the dextrose, the maltose, the sucrose, the fructose, the glucose, the lactose. I mean, it goes on and on and on.
What is natural sugars?
What are natural sugars are the things that seem to be natural. So the fruit juice concentrate,
Right.
the honey, the molasses, the date syrup. So it's not the date itself, but the syrup that's processed, the barley malt.
Natural sugars.
Natural sugars, yeah. And I guess the key thing is when you read your ingredient label, if you see anything OSE at the end, that's a sugar. And I just rattled those off really, really quickly. So rewind it and get those names again. But OS is typically a form of a sugar. So learn how to read the ingredient list of all the different names, because when you think about how much sugar, well, the next thing is you got to read how much sugar is in the label itself.
Right.
Right, and so there's that specific calculation of sugar or grams.
Right, because they keep it a certain way so you don't know, or you can't. If you look at it at face value, you don't realize how much you're ingesting.
Yeah, because I always tell you in grams, carbohydrates, added sugars is 40 grams of sugar.
And you don't realize what 40 grams of sugar is. It's not in teaspoons, right? So you have to do the mental math.
Yes.
And people, how many people want to do the mental math, right?
But it's quite simple, though, because really it's just 4 grams per 1 teaspoon. So 40 grams of sugar divided by 4 is 10 teaspoons of sugar. But they don't stop there. It's more confusing because you got to check the serving size.
That's right. So it's checking the serving size for many products have multiple different servings, right?
Most of them I do like 2, 3, maybe 4 servings. Yeah, so at 40 grams of sugar, if that package has 4 servings, well, that's 160 grams of sugar, or 40 teaspoons of sugar.